The Canadian sitcom Schitt's Creek dominated at this year's Emmy Awards. That show features a formerly wealthy family who are forced to move into a small-town motel, stripped of their life of wealth and luxury. The now famous Rosebud Motel featured in that show is being put up for sale and set to be on the market starting next month. For more, we're joined by Jesse Tipping, the owner of the Rosebud Motel. He joins us now to talk to us about the property. Jesse, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Oh, thanks for having me, Andrea.
All right, so Jesse, tell us about what it's been like to have this show film at your motel for the last few years.
It's been really fun, actually. They're incredible to work with, from the location manager to the crew and everybody. They're amazing. They take care of the grounds as if it was their own. They respect it. They engage with the community when they can, and it was a really wonderful process.
That's fantastic to hear. And how have the fans reacted? The Schitt's Creek fans, are they coming up every day to take selfies in front of the motel?
Well, for the past 2 days, it's been a little bit of a circus. There's just car after car after car of people rolling in trying to take pictures. Yesterday I stopped by and the traffic was stopped in front of it because everybody was. It was just a little bit wild, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's great. Well, they also did sweep the Emmys, so there's kind of a reason for that. So tell us about what you've been using the property for most recently during the COVID-19 season.
Well, I had set to have it for sale before sort of COVID, before we sort of knew that there was going to be a pandemic. But because of it and the guidelines of quarantine, I found a local organization that needed sort of the ability to have some more space for what they do. And so it's been tenanted out for COVID-based purposes. So.
And tell us more about the property, because I know it's up for sale. What would you like to see? Would you like to see the next buyer keep the motel, or do you care if they turn it into something else? And how much is it going for?
No, I mean, I'm emotionally invested in this show. I mean, I love it. I've been watching it since episode 1, since I got to meet them, and, even just hear the name of what it's going to be called, it was, fantastic. So for me personally, I would love to see it, go to somebody who wants to turn it into, a motel sort of around the Schitt's Creek sort of guidelines, or just the property itself is so, beautiful. It's 8 acres on the Nottawasaga River, beautiful grounds with, a little stable and horse pen and all the, it's very pretty, and it's, incredible sort of spot. And the motel itself is, it's had a great history in the community, and I hope that somebody who buys it, honors that history and is able to keep it going.
And have you put a price on it yet?
I haven't yet. No, I've this sort of media inquiries and the sort of the way it's sort of taken off in the last couple days has kind of forced my hand to think about it a little quicker. So the plan was for you to talk next with my real estate agent next week to see what the game plan was.
All right. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us this morning. That is Jesse Tipping, owner of the Rosebud Motel, featured in the award-winning sitcom Schitt's Creek. Thanks again for your time.
Oh, thanks, Andrea.
You're welcome.